the political parties is try to get any less supporters to vote the candidates in the election day. There's so much things that the political party do, from socially the program of the candidates until they giving a food, they handing out the food and the basic necessities towards the people. Well, actually, it is a good thing that we have to help each other, right? But the context is different in this kind of things. We handing the food, the political process, handing the food and the basic necessities before the elections. So this actually is not actually pure to helping the people. It's content a hidden meaning by the political party itself, ladies and gentlemen. Which one is the handing out food and basic necessities? They giving food needs such as rice, sugar, oil, or a lunch box, even a breakfast box towards the people, towards the society. No, thank you. Towards the society, whether in the street, whether they give towards the district leader, so they spread it towards the people. But like I said before, this is a different thing that it's very concerned that they give it to the people before the elections when they have hidden, like I said. Well, thank you. Well, I said again, this is actually that government should see, because this is actually the form of money politics. The money politic is said we give you money, but the different thing is it changed into the form of food, into the form of needs. Then the sum same as money, this is prohibited actually in election government. And then why we're taking this debate into the developing nations? Because we believe in the developing nations such as Indonesia, thank you, Argentina, India, the voters, we want to protect the voters in the nations, because we believe, we have seen that in that nation there is still so much, a lot of people categorized, live below the poverty line, categorized, not thank you, categorized, and uneducated people live below the poverty line. Because of this kind of activity will cause the relations between the candidates and the voter in the future election governments. We want, as a premise, we want to make this motion, we propose this motion because we want that we want to increase the rate of democracy in those countries of the developing nation itself. We believe that in this, if we propose this motion, if the motion is applied, that we can increase the money quality form in any kind of form, such as money, even the food itself in the election. And then the second is we want to increase it. We want to increase the rationality of the voters in the context of choosing the candidates. So the voters can choose the candidates based on the rationality, based on vision, mission, and program, not the relation between the candidates and the voter itself. Ladies and gentlemen, in this kind of chance, we would like to deliver this advantage. Being as the first speaker, we would like to deliver because we believe that this kind of activity actually can affect the voters, can make a relation towards the voters and the candidates in the election day in order to choose the candidates in the election day itself, ladies and gentlemen. The second, I'll explain by the second speaker, because we believe it's kind of form of fooling people in order to get voters in the election. Well, thank you. As I explained. We proceed to our argument. We believe this is actually the kind of activity that can affect the voters in the election days. Let me listen to Professor Hantayuda, the social expert in Indonesia, which is as a developing nation. There are two kinds of the voters. The first is the rational voters. Their voters is actually vote someone in the election because they see the good vision, the good missions, and the program, and also the track record of the candidate itself. The second is the non-rational voters, including sociology voters and the psychology voters. This kind of voters actually that we want to protect in this developing nation, ladies and gentlemen. We believe that because of this activity, it can just a relation towards the people, towards the voters, so they owing something to the voters that they have to choose them. Like I said before, it's actually make a relations when they actually give something. It's not actually just give that. Just not this pure activity. There is always second gift. There is always action and reactions. When they give something, when they give food and basic necessities towards the people, they want something actually, like, in the context you. And I said again, in the context of that, in the context of basic, in the context of elections, we want to protect this. They want an action and reaction of that. And then it's actually affecting the voice of the voters. So they have to try. They try to gain any voters from the candidates towards the people. Yes.
Please explain to us why the pureness is really important when actually in developing countries there are a lot of society who actually live in poverty, and in the end this is one way to help them in the first place, ladies and gentlemen.
So I said again, ladies and gentlemen, well, we take this because we believe that this is actually a form of manipulative. I said once again, this is a form of manipulative. They do not give a thing just because there's no meaning behind that. There's a meaning behind that. Like I said again, this context is we in the context of before the election day, so they have to try to get any voters, so much voters, by doing this kind of things, that ladies and gentlemen, it makes the voters feeling always something, feeling bad, ladies and gentlemen, feeling guilty if they do not vote the candidates who gives them a basic necessities. Vote, ladies and gentlemen. We believe that, like I said before, in the developing nations, still a lot of people is uneducated, is live below poverty, ladies and gentlemen. Why we take this in the developing nations, like I said before. This kind of non-rational voters is actually live in the developing nations, ladies and gentlemen. People, it's so easy if they live in the below poverty line. It's actually easy to ask them to vote them because they won't accept anything because they need it. They have to fulfill the needs. And uneducated people, it's so easy to get full because of this legislation. It's different actually in the developing country. They cannot affect that because of this. So because we cannot increase the rate of education economy fastly, so we want to do this. So we want to purpose this motion.